Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. You can find us on television, Channel 182, on Charter Communications, Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on the newscasters.com and the radio, where you'll hear wonderful, beautiful music, and that's on icradio.media. You can also download the app for IC Radio and for the podcast as well. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be talking about marshmallows, eating marshmallow. No, I'm not talking about marshmallow for s'mores. I'm talking about the root marshmallow. I've discovered it, and I'm just going to tell you, it is absolutely awesome. I've ordered more seeds, and I'm really excited about planting more of those as well. I'm going to throw you into a real quick video, and this is just me planting the seeds. And then when I come back, we're going to be talking about why marshmallow root is so good for you. So you stand by. Okay, so this is Donna. I've just planted marshmallow. No, not like the marshmallow you do on toasted out in the campground. I'm talking about a marshmallow plant that's actually used for medicinal purposes. So I went on ahead and I planted, I put 3 little holes, and they're tiny, tiny little seeds. So I went on ahead and 3 little holes, and so I'm just now watering those. Now I use the same technique that I've been using for all of the seeds. Okay, and again, this is my rainwater. I like to use that. Now if you can't catch rainwater, what you can do is actually put water just in a jug and set it out in your greenhouse or out on the deck or on the porch or whatever, and it kind of gets rid of some of that chlorine that you get on that. Now I've also planted some gourds. And so when those start popping up, we'll start talking about those too. But I want you to go on ahead and look up this plant. Again, it's marshmallow, just like marshmallow, you know, that Marshmallow, and it's a plant and it's an herb. So go on ahead and start looking that up. As a matter of fact, by the time this show's aired, by the time I start taping this, I'll have some more information for you as well. Actually, I'm taking classes to be an herbalist, and I'm really excited about that. Last year was horticulture. This year is herbalist and herbalism. And I'm really, really excited about that as well. But anyway, this is going to get us all started. And we're going to learn quite a few techniques about how to make tinctures. And now, if you don't want to use alcohol, you can also use vinegar. And I believe the vinegar that you're going to use is probably going to be just a regular white vinegar. You know, just the off-brand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything national brand. So I'm really excited about what we're doing out here in the greenhouse. Thanks for watching. And we'll be talking about marshmallow and the benefits in just a So that's it. I mean, that's all there is to planting any kind of seed. Just make sure you have the correct soil. Make sure that you don't have it as hard as rock. In other words, gently pat it. And I like to go ahead and put a little bit of soil down with whatever I need to go with the soil, and then put the seed on top of it, and then put just a little bit more soil on top of that. So that's the key in making it work. And if I can do it, you can do it. So I have this real concern about what people are putting inside their bodies. And that's why you're seeing me, and you guys have requested these as well, by the way. So, and I love talking about herbs, because I really do think herbs are what is helping me with my asthma. You guys have been through this little road with me before, and where there were times that I would have to, that's when I started actually taping shows instead of actually doing them live, because I never knew when this coughing gag was going to start coming on. So what has really, really helped me has been herbs. And I've tried everything else. I didn't want to get on a breathing machine. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I wanted to do it the natural way, because I didn't want to be dependent on a machine. So that's why I do what I do. Ginger root is my go-to. I love it, but I love different herbs for different things. So let's talk about the ginger root. And the marshmallow. It's just a beautiful flower. I don't know if you can see that. So I went ahead and kind of darkened the screen so you could see it a little bit better. But I love this plant. So let me tell you what all it does. Okay, number one, common colds. Okay, we're always going to have common colds. They say, well, I can send a man to the moon, but can't take care of the common cold. That's because different varieties of the cold keep going out. And I think our immune systems are kind of disrupted by what we put inside our bodies. And remember what your grandmother used to say? whatever you put inside your body is going to be you. I mean, that's whatever you put in is going to come out. And it's absolutely the truth. So common cold, so when you take the marshmallow root, again, it's a plant. And remember this, there are 3 different components to a plant. You have the root system, which is very vital. And when you are coming up with seeds for plants, that's why a lot of people say, well, I can't get a plant to come up from seed. You've got to be really careful how you plant that seed and how you take care of it, because root is the primary concern with the whole plant. So you got the root, then you got the stem. The stem's going to be healthy. If the root is healthy, then you have the leaves, flowers. If you've got the root healthy, you got the stem healthy, well, then the flowers and leaves are going to come out and be beautiful. So that's the only thing you need to learn about gardening. You take care of those 3 components as they are growing, you're going to have a healthy plant. So when taken orally, the marshmallow root has an antitrusive property that soothes the sore throat and coughing, reduces swollen lymph nodes, and reduces healing time. Now, marshmallow root also acts as an enzyme by loosening mucus and reducing bacteria. So I can't wait for these plants going ahead and be mature so I can go ahead and harvest that root. And then we'll go through that journey together as well. Now, the best way to overcome a cold quickly is to combine the use of marshmallow root with other anti-inflammatory and antibacterial herbs. And let's talk about this for just a second. First of all, you can't wait until you are half sick with the flu or whatever to start taking care of yourself. That's something you've got to do right away. You've got to go on ahead and get started on the enzymes and antibacterials. You have to take care of going ahead and take your herbs now, again, before you start having problems later on. Now, we're going to be talking a little bit more about that root and the properties of it, but I want to show you another. I hope you can see this. Okay, so this is the root system. I'm going to make the screen darker so you can see it better. There you go. See what I'm talking about? Okay, so there's the root system of the marshmallow plant. And again, this is what makes you healthy. Now, number 2, the reason health benefits of the marshmallow root is the marshmallow root is best used topically to relieve skin irritations such as your bug bites, if you get skin ulcers, burns, abscesses, and more. So let's dig a little deeper. So mucilage is a thick, gummy substance that's found in the marshmallow root. It reduces swelling, and it also kills bacteria. Now, the anti-inflammatory properties found in marshmallow root are a natural cure for eczema, psoriasis, and rosacea. Now, on television, and you guys are with me on this, on television, you're constantly seeing drug commercials. And I do think they have their place. I do. But these are you can get addicted to these. Again, this is why I chose herbs instead of medicines for my asthma. I didn't want to get addicted to something. And another reason I chose is because you remember 2020, we had issues with toilet paper. I mean, of all things, you couldn't find things in stores. It was an outrun of everything. And that was an issue. That's why I would rather raise my own herbs. And that's why I'm trying to teach you to raise your own groceries, your own herbs, those kinds of things. So if that happens again, and I think it will, if this happens again, you and I are going to be prepared, okay, for what could happen within our economy and what could happen within supply versus demand, all of those things. Now, let's talk about number 3. And all of us women want our skin to look good, okay? Anti-aging. So if you're tired of spending money on expensive anti-aging creams, if so, marshmallow root may be the answer. Again, you know that mucilage that we talked about? It's this kind of substance that comes out. Think of the aloe vera plant. Okay, aloe vera, you kind of break it apart. You get a knife and cut it in half, and you'll see this creamy like gel inside that aloe vera. That's exactly what the marshmallow root is. Okay, so you're going ahead and split that thing in half, and it has this white substance. And again, they call it mucilage, and that's found in the marshmallow root, and it's a natural way to help keep your skin hydrated. Hydration is important in skincare because it reduces those fine lines and increases even-toned complexion. For best results, what you want to do is apply the marshmallow root extract or the cream containing the marshmallow root extract directly to your skin twice daily. Now, if you've never used topically, it's recommended that you test a dime-sized amount on your skin first. And we talked about this also in an earlier show. So anything, I don't care if it's herb or whatever, some people can be sensitive to it. And so what you can do is just get a little bit that's been inconspicuous area right here, and just get a little bit, dab of it, just a little bit, and put it right here. Don't let anything touch it. Don't wash your hands for a little while, and let it just sink into your skin. You should notice irritation right away if there is a problem with irritation. I'm on kind of a slow internet right now, so bear in mind with me right here. Okay, so we'll be pulling it up in just a few seconds. But so what you'll do with skincare, and this is the rule of any skincare, so I used to be in the skincare business and with a big cosmetic company. And so this is what I learned. So if you're using, say, a serum and you're also using a face cream and maybe, under the eye cream, something like that, what you want to do is use it you want to put it on in layers and wait just a few, maybe a minute or a little bit over a minute. Give it time to sink into your skin. So if you're going to use the marshmallow root and you're going to use the cream that comes out of that root, you want to apply that first. So because it's a real light, so you want to start with the lightest of creams, and then put that on your face, let it set for just a little bit, and whatever your regular skincare situation is, then you're going ahead and apply it on your skin. So again, you go with the thinner, and then you go thicker. Okay, so if you use 3 different things, this is what I used to do. I used a serum, and then I would use something to go over the serum, which is a little bit thicker, and then in third, it would be maybe your eye creams and stuff like that. Okay, first, let's start over. Serum first, okay, and then you want to do your eye cream first because it's going to be thinner and it won't sag. That's why you use a separate eye cream. Then right after that, you want to put the heavier cream on. Don't use one too heavy though, because what that does is stretches the pores in your skin. So that's why you want to do that. Start with the marshmallow serum first, okay? All right, now, another thing that'll help out also, then we'll have to go into a break. I just saw what time it is. Digestion. So marshmallow root extract treats many digestive issues such as constipation, diarrhea, colic issues, and stomach ulcers. Not only will this herb provide immediate relief, but it also has long-term benefits. After only 1 month of consuming marshmallow root extract, the risk for stomach ulcers goes down significantly. You have somebody who worries about everything, and they constantly have these issues with their stomach. So this mucilage layers inside of the digestive tract, preventing future irritation and stimulating tissue regeneration. And that's what it's all about, tissue regeneration. Let's go to a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a minute.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
My Towels solved the problem that we've all had with towels. You go into the stores and they feel lotiony and soft, but then you get them home and they wouldn't dry you. That's why I made My Towels. They actually work, they're soft, and they absorb. And now I'm excited to announce 2 brand new lines of My Towels. What makes them the best towels ever is they're now made with 100% long staple Shapir cotton. This is a combed ring spun cotton that makes My Towels even softer and more absorbent than ever. And now you get a 6-piece set for an amazing introductory sale price as low as $29.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get My Towels for only $29.98. Or you can get my designer premium line for just $20 more. Either way, you save 50% now on all My Towels. They actually work. What a concept. This offer won't last long, so please order now.
mypillow.com.
Okay, we're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. We are talking about marshmallow root. This is a plant, not the marshmallows we make our s'mores with, but this is a different kind of marshmallow. And we're talking about that it's kind of like this gooey-like substance that's in that root. And by the way, it'll come up every year if you take good care of it. And I'm going to use the leaves. I'm going to go on ahead and show you guys once I start harvesting it. We'll have some more shows on how to harvest. Okay, number 5 is a pain reliever. So let's talk about that. In search of a natural pain reliever, I'm telling you, a lot of people get hooked on taking the leaves, and BC powders are the worst thing in the world for your stomach. I know Phil used to take them like on a daily basis, and I begged him not to do that anymore. It tears your stomach up. You know, you'll have health issues later on. But if you're in search of a natural pain reliever, look no further than the marshmallow root. Whether the pain is a sore throat, a cut, or headache, consuming marshmallow root will immediately soothe the pain and reduce irritation. Now, it has a cyclic acid in it, which is also going to help with long-term issues. Let's go ahead and run this back right here. I think it did something you shouldn't do. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this back up again. So it has a compound in it. Here we go. That's found in the root, and it's called the salicylic acid, found in the herb. It treats muscle pain and headaches. Now, to relieve pain, marshmallow root can be consumed through capsule or through liquid form. Did you know you can make your own capsules? Yeah, I'm going to get that on order. And what we are going to do, you and I are going to get together about this. And we're going to make our own medicines and it's the healthy way. It's a healthy alternative, and just try it. And if you don't like it, go back to the other stuff. But I'm just telling you, what works better for me is the natural way. And I've been this way for my entire life. I have to do natural stuff. That's why I make my own soap. So anyway, number 6, who do you know who has acid reflux? Phil can have it. So let me talk to you about this. So if you're looking for instant relief from acid reflux or a permanent fix, marshmallow root is for you. So marshmallow root becomes gooey when it's mixed with water. This gooey mix coats the esophagus and the throat, allowing the anti-inflammatory properties to soothe irritated muscles and mucous membranes. However, for marshmallow root to heal and prevent acid reflux, it must be used on a regular basis. So, which will also aid in anything else that you're having problems with. Okay, let's talk about number 7, and that's water retention. Marshmallow root is a natural alternative to water pills. How many brides do you know who take water pills on the day they're getting married, and then they almost pass out when they're when they're up there, and the poor groom is looking like, I made her pass out? Well, no, it's because she made herself sick by taking the water retention pills. Okay, so its diuretic properties reduce fluid retention, which helps with overall bloating and swelling. Marshmallow root will increase urination, relieving discomfort due to increased urination. Marshmallow root is also recommended for people with kidney stones and females, as their body often retains water during hormonal changes such as PMS and menopause. I like that idea. Wish I'd had that a long time ago. Okay, now we're going to talk about number 8 coming up in just a few seconds. Come on, there we go. All right, bacterial infections. This is number 8. Marshmallow root both relieves discomfort and cures bacterial infections such as your tonsillitis. Every Christmas, you could count on it, I would get tonsillitis. Bronchitis, urinary tract infections. Marshmallow root reduces discomfort such as swelling, burning, tenderness, and irritations. Now, the mucilage naturally kills bacteria, ridding the body of various elements. As we mentioned earlier, marshmallow root increases urination, which allows the body to remove bacteria from the urinary tract. So I have a friend who passed away years ago and lived to be ripe old age. Her name was Pat. Pat and I just loved her. And so she was an RN and worked at a hospital, retired from this hospital in New York, moved to Charlotte, North Carolina because her son actually worked for the airlines. He was an airline pilot. She and I became really good friends. And she was the first one to tell you, try everything natural that you possibly can. All right, let's talk about heart health. Consuming marshmallow root regularly increases the body's good cholesterol. That's the HDL. Now, high HDL removes the bad cholesterol, reducing the risk for heart diseases. Marshmallow root reduces heart disease through its anti-inflammatory properties, which reduces acute and chronic inflammation. This herb is also known to prevent platelet aggregation, which is the clumping of platelets in the blood, also known as a blood clot. Okay, so we've heard about that a lot. I know people who've had heart attacks all through my life. I know my granddad, wish he'd had this stuff. My granddad had a massive heart attack, and that's what killed him. And they said, had we all been there, we couldn't have done a thing. It just hit him, and basically his heart exploded. So this is another reason I'm into the natural health. Okay, number 10 is UVA protection. Didn't know this. This is a new one on me. Marshmallow root is known to reduce skin damage caused by UVA rays to help the skin look healthy. Now, skin damaged by UVA rays is more prone to wrinkles, discolorations, and even skin cancers. This is another reason for years I've worn a hat when I go outside. I know I'm as pale as a corpse, but really, when I've been out in the sun, I've laid out in the sun before, it doesn't do me a bit of good. There's something in my skin just will not let me get a tan. So I just wear a hat. Why not? Now, to minimize the damaging effects, it's recommended that marshmallow root extract is applied in the morning, evening, and after exposure to UVA. So it gives you UVA protection as well. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and get to number 11. Again, use common sense. When you go outside, please wear a hat. And now you truckers, you need this stuff right here too, because I know a lot of you will wind up with skin cancers and what have you on your arms. Say you put your arm out there, at the window, and you're doing that, and then you're having some issues with your arms, with skin cancers and all that kind of stuff. So think about that, okay? All right, number 11, it supports liver health. Now, this is one thing that I have to always be concerned with. I had hepatitis when Brad was 2 years old, and it was from taking the birth control pill. I'm just telling you, I have to do everything as natural as I can. I was actually taking the lowest amount of estrogen possible, and it still made me sick. So I had to keep my liver intact, okay? So due to large amounts of antioxidants, marshmallow root can contribute to healing damaged liver bile ducts. It also triggers the production of cells that line inside the ducts and the organs. Now, in turn, a healthier bile duct helps the liver detox more efficiently. So marshmallow roots can be found to bind to heavy metals to sweep them out of the body. So it does its own little detox thing. So you can say, I can hardly wait to harvest this and take it on a regular basis. Now, there are people, there's a health food store in Rainsville, Alabama, which is pretty close to me. And then also there is one in Oxford, Alabama. And Matt St. John actually owns that. Google his name. I always call it Matt's store, but Matt St. John. And when Mother had COVID a few years ago, she had it right before we did. And so he sent her a whole bunch of medicine to take and for her COVID. All right, now let's hurry up and get to number 12. Helps normalize your blood sugar. So marshmallow root shows potential to decrease blood sugar levels. Research suggests that it helps regulate the release of glucose and insulin, reducing the risk of dangerous fluctuations in your blood glucose. People on medications for diabetes should use caution because the herb can interact with prescription medicines and cause blood sugar to drop too low. And again, you need to consult if you are taking medication. Again, you need to really talk with your doctor about this. Now, some doctors say, stay away from that crazy stuff. And then a lot of them are understanding. The younger doctors are understanding it much, much better. Okay, right here we go. Can encourage healing from surgery. Marshmallow root's inflammation-soothing properties may encourage healing of surgical wounds with topical use. However, as noted previously, the herb may interfere with blood sugar control during and after surgery if taken internally. So the root's mucilage coats the stomach lining, potentially hindering the absorption of sugary-related medications. Avoid this herb at least 2 weeks before the scheduled medical procedure. And so, again, there are some common sense approaches to using any kind of an herb. And also medications. Okay, so in other words, if I have a headache, I wouldn't take an Aleve or a goody powder and this. I would just take this and not do the goody powder and just see if it works. Okay, so we talked about that as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. You can watch us on television, channel 182, on Charter Communications, a Bindex television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And please don't forget the podcast at thenewscasters.com and our radio station, icradio.media. You take care. Looking forward to seeing you next time.